we're running out of things to say about Nottingham Forest. But again, this isn't a run of form anymore. This is 15 games in, and they're still fifth. And they've won at Old Trafford, which is a huge scalp for them right now. Chris Wood has just become their all-time leading Premier League goal scorer, which is mental to me, by the way. Like, I feel like A, he's been there 5 minutes, and B, I know Forest has spent a long time out, but 25 goals isn't a lot to be your leading goal scorer, is it? That's shocking. But no, a lot of credit to them. Again, I think Man United put a lot of this on a plate for him. Anana had his worst game of the season by some distance, which is... Yeah, we'll talk about it, but let's give him a bit of credit. He's probably been your best player at times as well, so don't forget that when we unpick it. Forest, Dave, can we start with them? Like, again, they did everything they needed to do, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, I mean, highlighted, I think, those vulnerabilities at the back of United. We've struggled, to be honest, at set pieces for the last few games. Obviously, you saw the Arsenal game. We really made it difficult for ourselves. And I think they took full advantage of that. I thought for Milenkovic, not just obviously at set pieces, but I thought him and Murillo definitely probably. I think you could have picked either one of them for man of the match. I thought they were both absolutely superb. But they literally thrived from corners and set pieces, and probably Murillo was a little bit unfortunate actually not to score one as well.
Yeah, he was.
They made it really difficult for us getting out from the back, coupled with our laboured passing out from the back. It was so slow. But Forest, I think, if you looked at when they were actually in their structure, I thought they were set up superbly. And you've got to give a lot of credit to Nuno, I think, since he's come in. From open play, I think defensively, especially this season, I think they defended really well.
I wonder how many teams would change their centre-back partnership for Murillo and Milenkovic. Because they're fantastic, aren't they?
Probably me at the minute.
Mate, I don't know if there's many clubs in the league that wouldn't. I think even clubs above them would be looking at them saying they're potential investments that they should be making. And I think the buy of Milenkovic in the summer has transformed this Forest team, really. Because we know about Murillo last season. We've been talking him up for a long time on this podcast. We know he's an excellent centre-back. And giving him that solid partner, like no slide dig on, I don't know, Willy Bolly or whoever's been there the last few years. But this is essentially an elite Premier League pairing right now. And could that be enough to carry Forest on through the season and get them pushing for Europe?
I mean, it's hard to rule anything out of the things we've probably seen in the past in the Premier League. I don't think you can rule anything out, but I think it's important, especially for not Forest fans, probably to. I think they're realistic and know that there are a lot of good teams in the league, particularly if you look how tight it is between
It's crazy.
If you take Liverpool out of the equation, you go down from second down to, I think it's about 10th. There's nothing in it. There's literally, I think it's like a couple of wins can get you into the top four.
Yeah.
So I do think there is areas they need to improve. I think they probably need to look at Iwanyi's situation. I'd feel so bad for him. He's really struggled with his fitness. Although he did obviously come on towards the end of this game. Hopefully he can keep his fitness up. But if they get an injury to Wood and he's ruled out, then they might struggle for goals. So I think creating at times, I think they are a little bit reliant on him. But also in this game, I thought off of the ball, particularly, I thought their discipline was superb. I think Gibbs White and Hudson-Odoi really made it difficult for United to build, and in transition, I think they found it difficult to find the gaps. And I think their energy further up the field really put us under pressure and forced us into a lot of errors at times. And I think this is more what we were looking for from Forest, and we mentioned it particularly last season where they really struggled defensively. But then I think they seem to have matured a little bit as a team. I think under Nuno's guidance, they've definitely improved in that sense. And I think their game management has come on in leaps and bounds, really.
At the start of the season, Dave, who did you have down as first manager to be sacked in the league?
I can't even remember, to be honest.
No, don't lie. We both picked the same person. We definitely did. I'm sure we did. I thought Nuno was a dead man walking. So the transformation this season has been sensational.
I think we questioned his appointment, didn't we?
Oh yeah, and I think rightfully so. I think
Yeah.
Forest fans were probably sceptical as well. And actually, what we're seeing here is the Nuno of the kind of earlier days of Wolves,
Mm.
and he's building a real unit there. Like everyone at Forest seems to really be buying into being part of that Forest squad as well, and I think that's really important. Like we saw Forest come up and feel like they were quite a disjointed squad because obviously it had to be assembled so quickly. And now Nuno seems to know what he wants. I think there's players in there that we aren't really singing about too much at the moment. Like you look at someone like Anthony Elanga, I would have said he was probably technically Forest's best footballer alongside Gibbs White. And
Mm.
now this Jota's come in, he's not even one that we're really thinking Forest are missing. It's crazy. So
Yeah.
fair play, Forest. It's excellent seeing him up there. It is tight, like you say. I think they're only 5 points above you. So
Mm.
if you hadn't thrown this game in, we could be having a really different conversation. But yeah, it's excellent. They keep bringing these results out.